All right, keeping it casual for this one, you guys. We are in the pink room today. I wanted to show you some of our hits and misses from the holiday season. You guys told me on Instagram it's not too late to do this video. I just got my phone here and I'm gonna record some things that were hits and misses that we got for the holidays. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet, and I'm gonna list everything I mentioned down below in the description box. So if you want to try out some of these things yourself, you can. If you have any experience with any of these things, I need to know too. So make sure to leave a comment about your experience with some of these. Lego is always a huge hit in our house, but especially ones that are functional. So we've got a couple sets. This one was my 10-year-old's gift. It's a 2-in-1 chess and checkers set. So she's already built it. This is what it looks like when it's all done. And it folds open, but I'm not gonna set it all up. You can look at the picture. Huge hit. And I like it because once you build it, you can play on it, play chess or play checkers, and then it all stores into the box. If I can find this online, I will definitely put it down below. It's not the cheapest Lego set, I will tell you that, but it was great because it's functional and I like that it all fits in here. She spent all afternoon playing together and now she plays chess on it. So this one was a big win. Also along the lines of Legos would be the Lego botanical sets. I don't have the boxes for these anymore, so I might have to put pictures up here on screen so you can see what they look like. We ended up getting 3 different ones and they are all awesome. So this is the bonsai one, which is really cute, like little cherry blossoms. It's even got little pebbles that are Legos down there. Definitely cute. This one was, I think, the succulent garden, a little bit smaller, but also pretty. Love the purple flower. And then this one is my ultimate favorite. I just think it looks very realistic. It's gorgeous. So all 3 of these were great. We got them from 3 different people and my kids love them. So I definitely recommend these. They were a hit. This year was definitely a big gaming year. We got tons of games because we like playing games. This one is called Crack the Code, and I wasn't sure about it, but it ended up being really fun. It's for ages 8 and up, and it's from the company What Do You Meme? And they say it's like charades with a mystery twist, and it is. It's totally like charades. So you get this stack of cards. These are both the same. And on each card, there is a rule that everybody has to do. So everybody has to switch your positioning every time you answer a question, or look over your shoulder when you answer. There's all kinds of different ones. And then one person has to be the detective, and they have to guess what was written on this card. So you can ask questions as the detective. They give you some sample questions, but you can ask any questions. And then when people answer, they have to do this. And so you're trying to figure out as the detective what was written on this card. You get 3 guesses. You have little guess cards. And if you guess correctly, you get to keep your card and you just go around. So it's like charades, but you have to guess what is written on the card. It is so, so funny. It says ages 8 and up, but honestly, I think younger can do it. It just makes it so much more comical. Definitely a win on this one. Crack the code. This one is Racco, and this one is actually a vintage game. Like it's been around a really, really long time. It's also for ages 8 and up, but I think it can go a little bit younger, especially if you have a smarty pants in your house. But it's so, so easy to play. So everybody gets one of these red racks and then they get dealt cards, and each card has a different number on it. So here's an example rack I made. So say this is the rack that you have. This is what you're dealt. Your job is to put all the cards in order from smallest to largest. And you do that by drawing a card and deciding whether or not you're going to take a card that's already drawn or take the new one, and then deciding where you want to switch it out. So let's say I have a 33, so I'll probably want to put it, I don't know, here. And you just take turns going around and around and around, trying to get your rack in order from smallest to largest. So there's a little bit of strategy in here and trying to figure out how to do that so that you can win, so that it goes all the way. It doesn't have to be like numerical order. It just has to be smallest number to largest. And if you do it, you win. So it's a very simple game, but it's really fun. We really enjoyed this one. So Racco is the name of it, and it's just a really easy, quick game to do. We have a panda lover in our house, which is the reason why we have this game, Past the Pandas. It's a dice game, ages 6 to adult, for up to 5 players. So I like that it's up to 5 players. You get all of these dice, and basically each person gets a certain amount of them. And each one has a different meaning where you roll them, and you can steal dice or give dice away, and your goal is to end up with 0. While it's a really basic like an easy game to play. We're calling this one a miss, only because it wasn't that entertaining. I think my kids were entertained maybe 2 or 3 times playing it, but other than that, they haven't wanted to play it again. So it might have been a little bit too simplistic for my 10 and 12-year-old, although I thought it was kind of a cute game, so I kind of enjoyed playing it. This would probably be more ideal for a maybe 4, 5, 6-year-old who are just learning games because of the rules and how simple it is. So not necessarily knocking the game as a whole, but just my kids lost interest pretty fast. So for us, it was a miss, although it was really, really easy to play. Take that for what it is. Fast-paced, really good one. This is called a Tactile. This is also for 8 and above. I definitely think you can go lower on this, and it's really, really cool. You've got these different cards, and you've got like different levels, easier, harder, and there's a whole bunch more cards. And you pick one, so say something's soft, and then you have this here. You start the timer, which is this in the middle. Oh, gotta turn it on first, Christina. Turn it on. And it starts the timer. So you have to name something soft. Blanket, and you push down the letter. Pillow, and you take turns trying to get them before the buzzer. And when you say your word, you push the button and it starts the next person's turn. So now the next person would tap it and think of something else soft. I don't know, something starts with an H, and then they hit it. And then the next person and next person and next person. But you can only use the letters that haven't been used yet. And if you're a person who can't think of anything, then you're out of that round. So super fun way to do some categorization and wordplay. It's so much fun. My kids literally played the whole deck of cards because they loved it that much. And then they wanted to do the other color. This game is definitely played over and over and over again. I like that it has a little storage compartment in there. So Tactile, you are a hit. This one is my personal favorite. It's called Azul. It's just a beautiful, beautiful game. It's just well made. I love playing this because it's a very tactile game. It's a little bit hard to explain in this short video that I'm making, you guys, but I'm just going to give you the gist. Every player gets one of these. What is the age for this one? I don't know what the age is for this one. We'll figure that out later. But everybody gets a playing card, and what your goal is to do is to fill up your tile wall. This is the tile wall. This section is just for scoring, so we won't worry about that. Then you have all these colorful tiles, and on your turn, there are ways to get the tiles. And when you get them, you place them here for staging. You can only have one of the same color. So every turn you try to collect them to fill up these rows. When you fill up these rows, you're able to put the tile in your section. Actually, this is backwards. Let me turn this around. Here you go. This is the beginner version. So then once I fill up this row, I'm able to put it here to tile my wall. Once I fill up this row, I put it here to tile this wall. And your goal is to fill up this entire section through several rounds of play. You get points and you can count them up here. And if you have too many tiles on this section, you put ones here and there's like point deductions. And then you get special things for like completing a row or getting all the same color to get more points. And you just play several rounds of this, and it's a lot of fun. I know my explanation doesn't make it sound that exciting, but it's a very tactile way to play a game because you're constantly moving things and changing things and counting things. And so I really enjoyed it. This gameplay is rather simple, easy to learn, but it's just really fun and tactile and sensory oriented. So trust me on this. I know my explanation wasn't the best, but I might have to do like an in-depth demonstration of it in a different video. If you guys want me to, I can make a video explanation in depth on some games that I think are great for different age ranges or like quick to play games. This one is just a favorite. Definitely a favorite. Highly recommend trying this one out and looking into it further. Taco Cat spelled backwards, and it has nothing to do with spelling. It has everything to do with numbers. And this one is so much fun. Let's see what ages they say. Ages 7 and up, and it's a 2-player game. So the game board is actually in the box, and then you have all these different cards to use. And basically it's like playing war. Each one of these sections represents a round, and you start within the middle, counting which round, and your goal is to get the Taco Cat. Hello, Taco Cat. So cute. Over onto your side. So each player has a different side. And you do it by greater than and less than. And you use these cards to do it. So every round's a little bit different, but you're basically playing a game of war, essentially, in different rounds to get your Taco Cat to your side. That's the most simplistic version and way I can explain it. Once again, I can do it a more in-depth video, but definitely a fast-paced, easy game to play for 2 players. So this one is and was a hit. Happy Little Dinosaurs, and this one was one that my kids bought with gift cards that they had, and it is for ages 8 and up too. Beautiful game, really cute artwork, and that's one of the reasons why my kids wanted to get it. And it's well done as far as quality and artwork and everything. It's just complicated to play. So I really wanted to love this game, and I kind of got into it, except the instructions and gameplay are a little bit, I don't know, it was hard to figure out. So then I went to YouTube to look to see how to play the game, and even the YouTube videos that I found of people playing the game, they weren't really 100% sure on all the instructions. So yeah, we played it and we did enjoy it. However, I'm calling this one a fail just because it was a little bit complicated. It was a miss. We're gonna keep it and we're gonna play it again. It just was complicated. So if you like really simple, make sense games, this one might not be it, but it is cute. It's adorable. I mean, come on, look at this. Look at that dinosaur. This one was a miss. Sorry, little dinosaur. There is one thing that I don't want to drag out into the kitchen right now, and that is the cotton candy maker. Yes, their aunt got them a cotton candy maker. Now, although I wasn't 100% enthused about this, they definitely were, and so we had to try it. I have a few clips of what we filmed when we were making it, and it turned out really well. So this works. I've already made a whole bunch. Pretty easy, just takes a while. Yes, it is 100% sugar, and yes, it is a mess, so just be prepared for that, and you do have to buy sugar refills for it. But I can definitely see us using this for like party favors or like classroom favors where we need to make a lot of cotton candy, like treats and things like that, and it's a lot of fun. So there's different kinds of flavors of the sugar you can get, and my kids, they think it's like the most amazing thing in the world, so definitely a hit. Over on our bookshelf, we got a new book, which is the one and only Ruby. It's part of a book series that my kids absolutely love. They were really excited to get this one as part of their Christmas gift, so I wanted to mention this as a win, although they haven't read it yet. But they do like the series as a whole, so I'm anticipating they're going to really enjoy it. Got a really messy desk here. Excuse the desk. This Learning to Code book, it was from Aldi, and it actually is pretty cool. Inside, I don't know if you can find it at Aldi anymore, but I'll look and see if it's on Amazon. But it's got all these basics of coding. She was able to use this free programming software that you can get on her computer to do some really cool things and code some games. She's very excited about this, and she's been using it constantly. So this one was really cool. We've tried some other coding books, but this one she really has taken to. Definitely a win on that. Then we have our Cyborg hand, which was on my youngest Christmas list forever. So she actually built this. I no longer have the box for it. I'll have to put up a picture on the screen so you can see what it looks like. So she built it, and actually can be resized and moved and things like that. She learned a lot about hydraulics and how to make the fingers move, how to build it all together. So it was a really great like STEM activity for her. Honestly, I think this was the great year for her to get it because she was able to put it together on her own. Definitely take that in consideration. She wanted it several years ago, but I think she would have needed our help a lot more than she needed this time around. So she's 10 now and was able to pretty much do it almost 100% by herself. So this Cyborg hand was a definite hit. And then we have Miniverse, which is actually kind of controversial. So these are resin crafts that you make. And resin is controversial because a lot of people say you need respirators, gloves, masks, and it can be very dangerous. I'll put a picture of the kit that they got up here on the screen so you can see the box. But we use safety precautions, and I was okay with the low amount that we're using. And it is marketed to kids 8 and up, but I definitely say preteen to teenager is the starting age for using these little kits. Definitely want to take safety into mind. So that's why I'm going to keep this one as a hit and a miss, just depending on your view and your child. So this is like a little lemonade. So she put the little gel in there and the little lemons and the straw, and then we hardened it with a UV light. Our ice cream sundae. And there's also all kinds of different ones. They enjoyed it, but definitely have to take some safety precautions and make sure you're using it properly. We also have the mini surprise balls for the Miniverse. So this one is like a make it lifestyle. So they have like plants and things like that you have in the home. So we haven't opened this one yet. We also have this one, which is the make it mini food. So this one's like cereals. And this one showing some ramen in there. So we'll see what's inside this one still. I do have two things that we haven't opened yet, and that is the Make It Real studio set. got, it's a mini pottery studio. Now this I did see at Sweet Sweet, which was a toy fair that I went to. So I have seen it in action, although I haven't tried it yet. We have to open it up and check it out, but I just wanted to mention that we have it. If anybody wants to know how this turns out, you'll have to try to follow me on Instagram. So that's kind of an artsy thing that we got. And it makes these really cute miniature pottery things, but like in an enclosed thing. Like this thing is tiny. So I'd say the pottery wheel is probably about this big. Probably true to the size of the picture actually, and you just make miniature pottery things. Then we also have this Crayola paper flower science kit we haven't opened yet, so I don't have a review on this. If anybody has tried either one of these, you can let me know in the comments your experiences with it. Kids are 10 and 12, so I think my 10-year-old is more interested than the 12-year-old, but I wanted to get these two art kits to see what they thought about them. So let me know your thoughts, and I might try to put these on Instagram. And those are our hits and misses for the holiday season. If you guys like this video, make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this. Give me a thumbs up to show your love, and I'll see you in the next one.